Turn the volume up. If you've heard any of these sounds while driving, you need to stop. Your car is giving you a critical warning. These aren't just weird noises you can ignore. They are early signs of serious, potentially dangerous, and definitely expensive problems developing under the hood or chassis. Let's go through the 7 warning sounds you should never ignore. If you've heard one of these sounds before, hit the like button. This video could save your wallet from a major repair bill. That harsh, scraping, grinding noise when you press the brakes is a critical warning. It means your brake pads are completely worn down. You are now grinding metal backing plates directly onto your brake rotors. Ignoring this risks total brake failure, which is incredibly dangerous. It also turns a simple pad replacement into a much more expensive job, requiring new rotors and possibly calipers. Drop it in the comments if your brakes have ever made this terrifying sound. Hear a high-pitched squeal specifically when you turn the steering wheel? This is usually your power steering belt slipping. It could also indicate your power steering fluid is running dangerously low. Letting this go too long means you will lose power steering assist. This makes steering incredibly difficult, especially at low speeds or when trying to maneuver in tight spots. If your steering's acting weird or making noise, comment "steering squeal" below. We'll reply with a quick troubleshooting tip. A noticeable clunk or a harsh jerk when you shift gears or first accelerate from a stop often points to worn components. This could be failing engine mounts, transmission mounts, or suspension parts like control arm bushings. It might also be a bad CV joint, especially if the clunk happens when turning. Either way, every clunk means more stress and damage is building up in your drivetrain or suspension. Ever felt your car jerk forward or clunk when shifting or taking off? Share your car model below. A distinct ticking or tapping sound coming from your engine, especially at idle or while accelerating, is a serious concern. It could be low engine oil, worn valve lifters, or issues with your engine's timing components. If the ticking speeds up as you rev the engine, the problem is internal. Do not ignore this sound. Oil starvation or timing issues can quickly lead to catastrophic engine failure. Check your engine oil dipstick today. If that simple check saved you a potential headache, tap that like button right now. Do you hear a persistent, high-pitched whining sound coming from under the hood? This often indicates a failing accessory component driven by the serpentine belt. Common culprits include a dying alternator or a struggling power steering pump. If the whine gets louder or changes pitch when you rev the engine, it's definitely related to engine speed. Get this checked soon. A failed alternator will leave you stranded with a dead battery. Want a full video on diagnosing specific underhood noises? Comment "whine" below and let us know. A metallic rattling sound, particularly noticeable when your car is idling, can have several causes. Sometimes it's something simple like a loose heat shield on the exhaust or a loose bracket. However, if the rattle fluctuates or changes with engine RPM, it could be much more serious. It might indicate slack in your engine's timing chain, which is a major repair. Subscribe to our channel for our upcoming guide comparing timing chain and timing belt issues. It's a must-watch for any car owner. This is perhaps the most feared sound a car can make. A deep, heavy knocking sound, especially when accelerating or under load, is extremely serious. It could be engine detonation, pinging, or worse, a worn rod bearing. Rod knock is often described as a hammer hitting the engine block. It is usually the last warning before catastrophic internal engine failure. If you hear this, stop driving immediately and get the car towed. Ever heard this terrifying sound? Type "knock knock" in the comments. Let's share experiences and help each other understand the severity. Want us to release a sound-only guide with actual audio clips of these noises so you know exactly what to listen for? Comment "noises" below and tell us. Subscribe to our channel for real-world car care advice. No fluff, just facts you need to keep your ride running. Turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon so you don't miss our next breakdown video. We cover how to fix these issues before they break you down, literally or figuratively.